Basically, we have information that links you to the murder of an elderly female. Your name has come up as one of the people that may have been involved with that.
This is 17-year-old Isaac Angel Romero. Days before this interrogation, Isaac, together with his teenage partner in crime, Dustin Alfaro, was responsible for taking the life of an 87-year-old woman. And as they learn that murdering someone comes with a life behind bars.
You got a murder charge hanging over your head.
Dustin, this isn't a small thing. I'm going to be in here for a bit.
This is only a small glimpse into what these two have done, from showing off
Told you finna do that, kid. With all the blood. It's gang life.
to realizing that they are no gangsters. They are monsters.
I don't want to kill her. I shouldn't be in here on a murder.
On March 19, 2019, at around 7:49 p.m., what started as a quiet evening in the McKinley Avenue neighborhood suddenly turned into a nightmare. After 87-year-old Arlene Kohler could not be reached by her family, her worried son-in-law went to check on her apartment, only to find Arlene lying dead in her living room. The Pocatello Police Department was contacted immediately, and when they arrived, the apartment had turned into a scene of pure terror. Arlene had suffered multiple wounds, and signs of a violent struggle were found throughout the apartment. The crime scene pointed investigators toward what appeared to be a failed robbery. Detectives believed the intruders targeted Arlene after realizing she lived alone and would likely be vulnerable. But unfortunately for the intruders, Arlene did not go down without a fight. Evidence at the scene suggested she fiercely resisted the intruders and managed to injure at least one of them, leaving behind a heavy trail of blood. And when investigators collected the blood and sent it for DNA testing, it didn't take long for the results to come back. The DNA matched 18-year-old Dustin Garrett Alfaro. With a name finally in hand, authorities launched a wide-scale manhunt. But despite their best efforts, there were no confirmed sightings, no surveillance footage placing Dustin in the area, and no solid leads pointing to where he had gone. The break in the case finally came after 2 days on March 21st, when Dustin and his accomplice, 17-year-old Isaac Angel Rodriguez Romero, were allegedly involved in making criminal threats against a resident in Linda. The victim immediately contacted police and provided a description of their vehicle, a Ford Explorer, and using that information, investigators were able to locate it. Around midnight, near 8th Avenue and Olivehurst Avenue in Olivehurst, investigators conducted a high-risk felony stop and arrested both suspects. Both Dustin and Isaac were then brought in for interrogation, where Isaac plays his part with perfection.
Hi there. Are you Isaac?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Isaac. I'm Detective Sampson with Pocatello Police. This is Detective Marshall. So, we're here working on an investigation in our jurisdiction, and your name has come up as one of the people that may have been involved with that. So before we ask any questions, I want to go over this rights form with you. You're 17 years old?
Yes.
All right. So this is the Pocatello Police Department Juvenile Rights Advisement. If you'll just sit here and read along with me. You have the right to remain silent and do not have to answer any questions or make any statements. Anything that you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to consult with an attorney before any questioning if you wish. Your parents or guardian will be notified of your whereabouts, and you have the right to have them present during questioning if you wish. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you wish. You understand all those rights as I've explained them to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, so next question I have is, do you understand the rights that I've explained with you today?
Yes, sir.
If you'll initial your initials on the yes
Oh, I
portion.
stand up.
That's fine, yeah. All right, and stay standing because we're going to go over a couple other things. Sign below only if you understand your rights. All right. And are you willing to talk with me now without an attorney or your parents or guardian present? You do know that you signed the no part? Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, go ahead and my pen back. All right, so I'm just going to explain to you kind of where we're at with things. You don't have to answer any questions. I'm not going to ask you any questions. Basically, we have information that links you to the murder of an elderly female in our jurisdiction. And so that's what the nationwide extradition warrant for your arrest is. Tomorrow, we are going to be in the process of completing all of the paperwork for a search warrant for your DNA, for your fingerprints, handprints, and then also to take photographs of you. And then evidence that is present here in Yuba County is going to be turned over to our custody by court order once the judge signs it. And then we'll take all that stuff to Idaho. We'll be in the process of putting together paperwork for extradition back to Idaho for you. We'll also get all of that other evidence processed.
Is that a long process?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. So, but anyway, so that's where we're at with things. You do have the opportunity, if you want to, at any time to change your mind and let us know if you're willing to talk to us. We'll be more than happy to make those accommodations and listen to whatever it is that you have to say. We did talk to Dustin already, and he's basically implicated you in this incident. So that's where we're at with things on this whole thing. So that's where we're at. Okay, just so that you're aware.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Isaac immediately does the smart thing and asks for a lawyer. But his accomplice, Dustin, however, takes a completely opposite approach. But before we get to what Dustin has to say, if you love watching knuckleheads like these try and lie their way out of murders, subscribe. That's literally all we do here.
Now that we've had a chance to kind of calm everything down, I wanted to come out and have a chat with you. I'm going to be completely straight with you. I've listened to your calls from Yuba County's jail, so I'm kind of aware of some of those conversations. So I don't want you to be all weighed down about that. And then we've reviewed some of the stuff since you've come up here on Friday. So we've listened to some of that stuff, so we're kind of aware of some of your conversations. So I didn't want you to get weighed out or anything about how that was going. Before we go any further, I'm going to go over your adult rights form with you just so that you completely understand it. So we move forward and kind of read along with me. I know that you've already done that, so if you are willing to speak with us, I just need you to sign on the X right there. And then the date today is the 9th. Time I've got is 10:35. All right. So I know that you've been kind of talking about the fact that you wanted to, clear things up and make sure that we understood everything that was going on. So I'm giving you, that opportunity right now to basically take care of that. So that's where we're at. In terms of everything, I guess realistically, I don't really even know much about you. So probably be a good idea is just to start with just maybe getting to know each other. So are you from Marysville?
Yeah. Well, I was born in Stockton, California, and I moved out to Marysville with my mom when I was 1. And I grew up out there for like good 9 years until like my mom, she was in drugs and stuff. And we ended up getting taken to my dad's house, me and my sister.
Oh.
And we moved back out to Manteca, right there by Stockton.
Okay.
And we had good, he was a good person. He always took care of us and stuff.
Your dad?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Dave. And, he worked hard. He worked 18-hour days, freaking mechanic, hard worker, We always had that structure. And then he passed away when I was 15. Overdose.
Oh, that's too bad.
And, I took it kind of hard. I started getting in trouble and stuff. And, retaliating when cops came around me and stuff. Just little little charges, never really doing much crazy stuff, I got into drugs and did hell stuff, but basically after my dad passed away, like it was like a little down road, you know.
While Dustin tries to portray himself as a victim, claiming his father's death pushed him into crime, investigators quickly realize that narrative doesn't hold up. His history with law enforcement began long before his father passed away. At just 18 years old, Dustin already has a record involving burglaries, home break-ins, and multiple juvenile incarcerations between 2015 and 2018. And even while in custody, his behavior remained destructive, including disciplinary incidents where he damaged a jail sprinkler system. To make matters worse, detectives also learned he had been abusing substances years before his father had even passed away.
So, I guess my question is that, well, first of all, I understand that you came to Idaho to visit Zach up in Rigby. Is that right? So when did you guys get here?
Day before. So I think it was Sunday morning.
About Sunday morning you guys got there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was something that happened with your car?
Yeah.
What exactly went down?
We were driving down this dirt road, got a little sideways and overcorrected.
Who was driving?
Isaac was.
Does he not have a license? Was he a runaway at that time? Like, did he take off from his mom's or something? And
he had a warrant, a bench warrant, not going to court.
Oh, I gotcha. So you're trying to protect him?
Juvenile, you know, he had juvenile probation and stuff out in California. So, like, I just was all like, yeah. I wasn't really trying to protect him, you know. I was just trying to get my car fixed, you know.
Oh, I gotcha.
Because insurance claims.
You wanted to be able to make sure that got taken care of.
But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you know, I understand, you know, at that time, things go down. So, after you guys got done up there in the Rigby area, where did you guys go from there?
We were just, we were chilling up in Rigby for a while, you know, and then we got hella drunk. And then we went to the store and, like, I don't know, I passed out, because, like, some dude pulled out a gun on me and stuff.
Where was that at?
I've been at the gas station in Rigby.
What?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like, I was just sitting in the car, you know, and, like, some dude and this girl walked out and was all like, what, you got a steering problem or something? And I was just all like, so I hopped out the car and I was like, what? Like, you want to do something? And then he starts, like, walking around the side of the store. So I walked around the side, you know, because I thought me and him were from the fight or something. And then he just like this, what? I'm all like, uh-oh, like that, huh? He's like, I'm not from around here, I'm from SoCal. I'm like, I'm from NorCal. like it was nice, you know.
So was that during the daytime or?
No, it was at night. And then right after all that stuff happened, you know, I was just like, yeah, we need to get out of this state. Like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, let's just go back to Cali. And we're all hella drunk and stuff, you know, like on coke and like just doing random shit.
Right.
I'm just all like, yeah, and I just got done driving 13 hours and I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, haven't slept, you know. So I'm drunk, passed out in the passenger freaking. Next thing I know, we're pulling off somewhere.
So who's driving?
Isaac is.
Isaac was driving. Okay.
He's drunk, you know. But,
so you guys pulled off. What happened?
I thought we were getting gas. And it turned into some like area, you know, some like residential.
Yeah. So you guys pull in that residential area. What exactly was it that was going on? Like, were you guys gonna just go do a burglary, or were you guys? What was the plan?
I don't know what was going on, you know, in his head, you know. But like throughout the night, he was talking about like going and robbing a house or something.
Okay.
You know, going and doing something before we left the state.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, we're not from around here. Nobody knows us. And, you know, we won't get caught.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm just all like, dude, whatever. Like, this is ridiculous.
Have you guys ever done anything like that before? You guys done burglaries or anything like that before?
Nah, me and him actually, like, we met in juvenile hall. Well, not, we met at school and stuff.
Okay.
But, like, we got, like, kind of, like, close, you know, in juvenile hall.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin is technically right. The two had never committed a burglary together before. But side by side, their records painted nearly the same picture. Like Dustin, Isaac also had a history of burglaries, home break-ins, juvenile incarceration, drug abuse, and violent incidents while in detention. It was the kind of pairing that felt destined for disaster. An ideal duo that would eventually come together to commit one of the most horrific crimes in Idaho.
So you guys pull into that neighborhood. Do you remember what the house looked like?
Not really.
Was there a reason why that house?
I think it was because there was no car in the driveway. No lights on.
Did you guys think nobody was home, or?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, you know,
Like,
what was going on in your mind? Like, what was the conversation that was happening?
I don't know. He just walked up, like he pulled around the corner and like walked up to that house, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, I figured like, you know, reasons, you know, I would have picked a house so similar to that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no car in the driveway, no lights on, you know, nobody's home.
Right, I got you. So when you guys get around the back, what was the discussion?
He said that window is usually open.
Okay.
I said, what? Like, okay. So I opened the window and stuff, and then he hopped in.
So who went in first?
I did.
And then how did you get in the house?
I jumped in the window.
Okay. So which window was it? Do you remember?
There's a door right here. There's another one window.
Here, let's do this. It would be helpful if we actually kind of drew it out a little bit. I think I got a blank piece of paper in here.
It's the second window
Second window?
from the door.
Here, let's just do it on the back of this. So which window did you guys actually go in?
This one.
You guys went in that one. So how did you guys get into the windows? Like, were the screens on there? Did you have to take the screens off?
Took the screen off.
How'd you do that?
Just popped it off.
Oh, okay. And then did you try to get into the other window as well?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. So when you crawled in, what were you crawling through and on top of?
A sink.
Okay.
It was in the kitchen.
Okay. And then from there, you guys are in the house. What exactly happened after that?
Like, I heard screaming and stuff.
Okay. Where were you at when you heard screaming?
I was like in the living room,
Okay. And where was he?
in a room. My turns are going to be hell mad when I answer your questions.
I mean, you know, it's your choice. For sure. So did you see? How many times did you see?
I don't even know. Like, I pushed him off of her, and she was already gone.
What did he say?
He said, she's dead. You gotta go.
Okay. How did he get that cut on his hand, on his finger?
He said the knife slipped.
Okay. So, what happened after that?
Back to California.
Dustin is leaving out key details when he tells detectives what actually unfolded. Firstly, the scene was far more chaotic than he makes it seem. Arlene was found with numerous injuries, indicating the attack was far more violent and prolonged than the duo had anticipated. Secondly, it's true that right after the murder, they made the decision to flee the state and head to Maryville, their hometown nearly 680 miles away. But what he doesn't mention is that along the way, they filmed a chilling video inside the car, openly bragging about what they had done.
Told you finna do that, nigga. With all the that's not even for me. Nigga, you can't even see it, bro. There's shoes. We were like marked that last night, bro. It was gang life, so you ain't ready for this.
To make matters worse, the duo went live on Facebook and openly bragged about killing Arlene, casually calling it word for word, "murked that bee."
What other injuries would she have sustained other than
None that I know of.
Did Isaac talk about any of her other injuries?
He told me, just like in the face and stuff. Like he's trying to get her to stop screaming.
When did she start screaming?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there throughout the whole process.
Well, I mean, you were in the house though, right? So do you remember when she started screaming? Was it?
Probably like a couple minutes after we got into the house.
So you guys are in there. How long? So you guys are in there for how long?
He walked straight into that room. And I walked straight towards the living room.
I gotcha. What was the plan when you guys got in there?
There wasn't.
You just gonna take whatever you could get, or
We didn't really discuss much. Let's discuss it with you.
gotcha?
But the plan was we at least going to pull up to some house, get into it before we go back to Cali, because Gideon said, ain't nobody knows. We're going to get something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, what kind of knife did he use?
I don't know. It's like precision knife. It's like,
Where did he get it from?
not sure.
Did he get it from the house, or did he have it with him when you guys went in?
I don't know if he had it. I don't know. It all just happened so fast.
How long do you think you were in the house the whole time this was going down?
It felt less than a minute, but it couldn't have just, it couldn't have been that fast. I don't know.
Do you think she sustained?
I don't know. I just know what I heard.
What did you hear?
I heard she 18 times or something like that.
Where did you hear that from?
Just like other people
I gotcha.
like that have heard about the case and stuff.
Gotcha. Well, if you had to like sit here and think in your mind while you were watching this go down, what do you estimate in terms of the amount of times that you saw him?
I didn't watch it really. Right when I got in the room, I pushed him off her.
Okay. Well, right, but when you came in the room, you said that you saw her, right?
I seen the knife thrust. I only seen him go around once.
So he's holding it like this. So this is an example. So this is the tip of the knife, and then this is the handle. So he was holding it like this. Okay. You saw him do that one time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the discussion after you guys?
Didn't know, why'd you do that? Right when we got out the house, I pressed him in the arm. And, I was standing up, there was nothing I could do. I was standing over her, are you okay? No. He said she's dead. I look back at him and he still has the knife in his hand and stuff. No. Like I wanted to just try to like say something, you know, but like he could have fucking killed me too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he say when you pushed him off her and you said, "What's going on? What'd you do that for?" What did he say?
He didn't say anything. Everything just happened so fast. I feel like I would die in Cali like that.
You guys got pulled over by California Highway Patrol, right, on your way in?
Not on my way in. I got pulled over by California a couple hours after I got into town.
Oh, this was after you'd already been back into town. And
Yeah.
did you guys? So when you guys got in the car to leave, who got in what seat?
I got in the driver.
And Dustin got in. Or Dustin, sorry, Isaac got in what seat?
The passenger.
Passenger front seat. All right. So there's in that car.
I know it's right there in my passenger driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
There's some right there, and then there's blood all over my door.
So what's
Isaac's hand.
okay? What clothing was Isaac wearing when you guys went into the house?
I'll go there.
It got burned
So
because there was a white shirt with a blue collar in the back of you guys' Explorer.
yeah, that's for my elbow.
That's from you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you guys burned the clothes?
He did.
Well, they may have been smart enough to get rid of some of the evidence, but they were reckless enough to go live on Facebook and brag about what they had done. And they didn't stop there. Detectives later learned that Dustin and Isaac had also boasted about the murder to their associates, treating it like an achievement and claiming they were born to do this.
So, is there anything else that went down that we need to know about?
Just that I didn't kill her. I shouldn't be in here on a murder. Like, I understand a burglary or something.
In Idaho, I know that you had this conversation, I think, with your sister. If somebody commits a felony, and there's a certain list of felonies that qualify, and somebody gets killed during the commission of that felony, it's a murder, whether or not you actually or not. Unfortunately, that's the
I was right now talking.
Wouldn't say that, but you have every right to stop talking with us, but we just want to hear your side of it, because we know Isaac down there fighting his extradition, and that's fine. It's going to be
Cali still?
yeah, he's still down there.
Oh, the paper says otherwise.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it does.
Yeah, but it's a foregone conclusion he'll be here. It's just getting dragged out a little longer.
Yeah.
So this is your chance to tell us what happened before we get hold of him, because I'm sure you're gonna be talking to us too.
And here's the other thing. I mean, we want to make sure that we've got a whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't feel like I've done due diligence on this case by just doing half the work and just handing it over. You know what I mean? And I feel like sitting down talking to you and having that opportunity to make sure that we lay the whole thing out and understand what's up, that to me is the most important thing. One of the things that I was going to ask you is that's your Samsung Galaxy that was in the car in the door pocket right here?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the passcode on that, if you don't mind letting me know that?
I'm not going to respond.
No, you don't want to know that? You don't want me to know that? Okay, that's cool. We wrote a warrant for it. We sent it to a lab, so they're gonna crack into it, and it'll,
There shouldn't be nothing.
But I mean, that's long and short of it. Well, how much was Isaac bleeding? Like, how bad was he bleeding?
A lot. Squirt.
It was actually like squirting out of it.
Yeah.
Was it that great big cut that was in his finger? So how did you guys get that under control?
Wrapped it up. Have him close his hands, give him a squeeze. Keep pressure on him.
Wow.
Well, question for you, Dustin. There had to be some sort of, even if maybe not a detailed plan of some sort, you guys had to think about something. Because here you got this old lady that's dead in Idaho. You make it back home. That's got to be in your mind about you and Isaac. On the ride home, what are we going to do? Because ain't no kind of crime like this is going to happen and you just, there had to be some sort of thing in your mind about we need to get something right. We need to do something when we get back home. Yeah, I know you guys had to talk about it. So maybe it's not in detail, but
it's kind of why I mentioned stuff to like people. Like, I don't know. I feel bad about all this stuff that happened.
And I'm sure you do. I mean, you got caught up in some stuff. Maybe it wasn't supposed to go down like that, but you got to understand it did. So, I don't think you guys are just going to get home and go, it's all good. We're home now, We're back in our own territory. You knew this was going to follow you. You'd already talked to some people,
I kind of figured it, but I was trying to push it to the back of my mind.
So did you guys come up with some kind of a game plan as to like what we're going to do to try and make sure that we don't get caught?
Not really.
We're kids, bro.
Yeah, but even
I just turned 18 a couple months ago. Like we don't.
But even kids, when you're 5, 6 years old and you mess up, what's one of the first things you start doing is thinking, how in the hell am I going to get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? And just, you're young.
You guys are good enough in terms of you guys are experienced enough. But I know that you guys have had to have had some planning on some stuff, figured out.
You guys have
this is
been
what
in and
we're
out
going
of
to do. You know what I'm saying?
How are we not going to get caught?
I knew we were supposed to do that. I was just waiting.
There's a lot of people, I know, you've been to juvie. I'm sure you've hung around guys who are older who've been playing the game for a long time. There's always a way out, or they think they do. It doesn't mean you're going to get away with it, even if you go, I'm screwed. Let me not get caught as long as I can possibly not get caught for. There's always some sort of plan. Maybe not detailed, maybe not a great plan, but there's always some sort of plan.
I don't even know. There wasn't. I swear there really wasn't.
Okay. That's cool.
I was just waiting to get caught.
So you figured that this was coming?
I knew it was.
Well, how about Isaac? What was he talking about? Because if you're the one who pushed him off, this old lady, he's the one with the knife, he had to be talking. Like I said, you're not.
He was trying to lead the fight. Like we could just gotta hit the road, just let him go.
Mm-hmm. So you got back down there. Obviously, you guys were caught together, so it wasn't the plan of you looking at him going, man, you need to get as far away from me as possible and split. So you guys stuck together. So were you hitting the road with him?
No, we weren't. It wasn't like that. The only reason why he was still with me is because, I don't have the heart to just throw somebody out on the streets, no matter what, he's a piece of shit, dude. He is.
But you're down to the end, huh?
I just don't have the heart.
Well, guess there's something to be said for that.
What happened with the knife once you guys got back in the car?
I don't know what happens to it.
No. Did he say anything? Did he throw it out? Did he throw it in the bag? Did he? Don't know.
Well, what do you want to say about this whole thing?
So I don't want to have a chance to go home one day.
Well, Dustin is now fantasizing about a future he will likely never have, convinced that just because Isaac delivered the fatal attack, he will somehow escape responsibility. But detectives are about to give him a harsh reality check.
That's something big. You're 18, you got a baby on the way. And you got a murder charge hanging over your head. Okay. Whether you're the one who actually put the knife in that old lady or not, like Detective Sampson was saying, the way the code reads here, if you were committing a felony when somebody died, which you were, that makes you just as accountable as the person who pulled the trigger, used the knife, whatever. Okay? And he ain't going to BS you, I'm not going to BS you. Okay? That's a substantial charge. Okay? We definitely appreciate you talking to us and cooperating, because that's only going to help you in your circumstances. Now, to what extent, we don't know. We don't. We're not going to sit here and make you any promises, but
I will tell you that, I mean, the fact that you were forthright with us and talked to us, I'm definitely going to be documenting that. I'm going to leave as soon as we're done here. I'm going to go and talk to our prosecutor's office, let them know how this went, and let them know that you were willing to talk to us, and hopefully that has some effect with them and with the overall situation. Dustin, this isn't a small thing. You're going to be in here for a bit now, and I know that your version of it is that Isaac is the responsible party here, and this is Isaac's fault. And I get that. I get that you're saying that, and I get that that's how you feel. But when it boils down to the bare bones of this, you have got to be accountable as well, and you've got to make sure that you do your best to present the best version, right?
Despite Dustin's repeated attempts to distance himself from the crime and place all the blame on Isaac, investigators ultimately saw through the inconsistencies in his statements. In the end, both Dustin and Isaac were convicted on charges of first-degree murder and conspiracy in the killing of Arlene Kohler. On January 8, 2021, both were sentenced to life in prison, with Dustin required to serve at least 22 years, while Isaac received a minimum term of 27 years before parole eligibility. Thanks for watching. 80% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. If this is the kind of content you stick around for, subscribing helps us keep making exactly this. It's free and it goes a long way. If you'd love to watch more videos just like this, check out one of our best cases right here, or our latest upload right here.